It's just one of those things that I do. Make sure the voice is good so I don't mess up. It helps the brain too. All right, it's serious time. I'm going to explain to you exactly why we do what we do and how everything goes down. And I'm going to show you how to grow your business. These are the things that work in today's market. And you're going to love what we did in here. We're going to start making some money. Here's how you do it. Hey, what's up guys? John Cochran here, and today is System Saturday, the day that I bring you a system that I use in my business that you can rip off, duplicate using your own local market. Now, on today's System Saturday, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, I don't care where you live or anything like that, how to get a fat deal. How do you go out there and get a fat real estate deal right now? I don't care if you're in Florida, or if you're in Texas, or if you're in California, Arizona, Ohio, Nevada. I don't care where you're at. You can get your hands on a fat real estate deal right now, right into your own local market. And today I'm going to show you how to do that. Step number one is you got to find the right area. Where should you be looking for fat deals? Right into your area. So what we do is you want to do a sweet spot locator scan, and what you want to do is this going to show you right the good areas of where you should be investing. It's also going to tell you where you should be avoiding. Now, what you need to do with this is once you get the sweet spot locator scan, it's going to give you zip codes of where you should invest and where you should not invest. It's going to break those zip codes down to where it's going to give you your rehab zip codes, your prehabbing zip codes, and then the areas that you should be wholesaling in. What I want you to do is I need you to pull the rehabbing zip codes, because we're going to find a fat deal to make a lot of money off of in a rehab zone, in an area where it's above the average prices, okay? So do that scan. I'll put the link below on where you guys can do a free scan. Sweet spot locator scan, grab the rehab zip codes, okay? Now, you've got the rehabbing zip codes. Then you're going to move on to step two. You're going to take those great zip codes in those rehabbing zones. You're going to take those great zip codes and you're going to grab a lists of sellers who should be motivated. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to go out there and grab 4 different lists, okay? 4 different ways that you can grab this list. The first way is from Mega.RealtyTrack. It's a data provider, one that compiles all this data themselves. So Mega.RealtyTrack, that's one place. The second place where you can go out there and get a list is CoreLogic. That's another great place where you can get a list. The third place where you can go out there and get a list is from your county auditor. Now you're going to have to get this from the county auditor, and you're going to see why here in a second. County auditor, the list that I'm going to tell you to get, they do not sell. It is a gold mine. It's hard to get, and when you get your hands on it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The fourth place to go out there and grab a list is you're going to have to compile it yourself. You're going to have to grab some data from the MLS. You're going to have to grab some data from websites or whatnot, and you're going to have to compile this yourself, and you need to get it into an Excel spreadsheet. When you get lists, they're all going to come to you in an Excel spreadsheet, okay? So, what have we done so far? We know exactly the areas, right, where we're going to be finding properties at. We know where we're going to go gather lists at. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to these sources, and we're going to grab 4 lists. 4 lists of sellers that should be motivated. Now, that's where everybody just stops. And they're like, okay, I've got 4 lists. Well, the magic is going to happen with what I do with these lists. That's going to get you a fat payday very, very quick. That's the magic, because it's going to tell me who I need to go to that needs to sell their property. So you're going to grab 4 lists of sellers that need to sell. Here's the 4 lists that I need you to get. The first list, tax delinquent. You're going to have to get this from the county auditor. These are people that are delinquent on their property tax, okay? And I'm not talking they're going to the tax sale. I'm talking people that are just behind on their property tax. That's it. They're behind on their property tax. And again, you're going to get that from the county auditor. Some of them have it online. Some of them you're going to have to go into the auditor's, where the auditor's at, and you're just kind of go in there and grab the list. If they say they don't have the list, you know they have the list, because you know that they know every single person that's late on their property tax. They have the list. It's public record. You can get it. No exception. The second list that I want you to get is a vacant list, a list of properties that are all vacant that has 30% or more equity in it. So it's vacant properties that have a lot of equity in them, and you're going to get that list from RealtyTrack. Okay? So you're going to get that list from RealtyTrack. The third list that you need to get your hands on is a divorce list, people that are divorced. Okay, so we actually generate that list ourselves. So you might be able to find some data providers that can get it. We get ours straight online from our county records, okay? Because we know that we're going to have a great list that way. So we compile a divorce list all ourselves. The fourth list that I want you to get is a probate list. You know what this is? It's a list of everybody that's going through probate, and we generate that, again, ourselves on the county's website. So what have we done so far? We've got these areas, we've got all the zip codes into the rehab zones. We've taken that, we've went to all or some of these sites where we're going to get the list from. We've got 4 different lists now, and again, the magic, now that you know those 4 lists, the magic is going to happen with what we do with this list. Because now that you've got 4 lists, and you've got all of those in Excel file, well, now you've got a lot of leads. You've got a ton of leads. Most people, what they do is they'll mail the tax delinquent, they'll mail the vacants, they'll mail the divorce, and they do a shotgun approach. You're not going to be going out there and spending much money on this because you're going to take all 4 of those lists and you're going to upload them to combosellers.com. Okay, combosellers.com. You upload all of those lists there, and what's going to happen is it's going to rank these sellers. Now that you've got 4 lists, well, now it just really comes down to who are the sellers on those lists that have delinquent property tax and they're going through a divorce. Well, those people have 2 levels of motivation. They have a higher level of motivation than somebody just going through a divorce. Who on this list is they're delinquent on their property tax, they're going through a divorce, and the property is vacant? You think that person needs to sell? Because they got 3 levels of motivation that they have to sell. That's what combosellers.com is going to do for you, is it's going to take this and it's going to rank it by how many levels of motivation or how many times they showed up on each one of those lists. That is so big. That is so big, guys. Because now what you're going to do, which is the 5th step, is you're going to call, you're going to use direct mail and or skip trace. I don't care what you got to do. Door knock, I don't care what you got to do, but you're going to go out there and get in front of these sellers that have 3 to 4 levels of motivation, meaning that they showed up. Combo sellers, when they gave you a master list, these people have 3 to 4 levels of motivation that they have to sell their property. They have to sell, guys. You're going to call them, you're going to direct mail them, treat it like it's a normal lead. Okay, this is nothing special or anything like that. You know that they need to sell. I'm just putting you in front of the people that have multiple reasons. It's not the person that, I'll see if I'll sell it. They have to sell. They're on multiple levels of motivation, okay? So you're going to go out there and get in front of this person. Work it like a normal real estate deal. There's nothing different about this, okay? Now, you have found a property. You have found multiple sellers in a rehab zone and that have multiple levels of motivation. Now you got to get your hands on this fat deal. What are you going to do? So how do you get a fat real estate deal right now and make a fat profit like in the matter of like 7 days, 10 days, 12 days, 30 days? How do you do that? Guys, you're going to wholesale it. You're going to wholesale this deal off. You're going to wholesale this deal in a rehab area because this is what all these other investors are looking for anyways. You're going to wholesale this deal off either to another investor and double close it, or what you're going to do is you're going to sell it to a retail buyer. You're going to be able to sell this to a retail buyer that is able to pay cash for it. They're all over these rehab zip codes. They're all over the place. Now keep in mind that when you wholesale this deal, it's going to be a fatter profit because I put you into that area. They need to sell. They probably own this property free and clear. They need to sell, and you're in a great area. You're going to be getting a fatter profit deal. Make sure that you double close this deal, meaning that you go and write your contract with the seller, and then what you do is you're going to close on it, and then you're going to close on it after that with your buyer that's going to buy it off of you. You're going to close it with your seller, you're going to close it with your buyer, you're not assigning anything. That's how you get your hands on a big fat profit deal. Guys, this is nuggets. this is nuggets that nobody else on the planet can show you, but right here at System Saturday, we show you this stuff. So that is how you get a fat real estate deal right now. Comment below. Let me know what you thought of today's System Saturday, and I'll see you on the next one. See you guys.